Building big, wide 3D shoulders takes more than just lifting heavy. It takes the right exercises, angles, and execution. In this workout, you'll go through 8 powerful shoulder movements designed to build bigger front delts, wider side delts, thicker rear delts, and a more complete 3D look. Stay with me until the final exercise, because the last movement will finish your shoulders with serious tension. Exercise 1. Standing barbell shoulder press. This foundational press builds serious overhead strength while developing the dense, powerful look that makes your shoulders stand out. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart and position the bar across your upper chest. Grip the bar slightly wider than shoulder width. Keep your wrists stacked over your elbows and brace your core before each rep. Press the bar overhead in a smooth, controlled path, moving your head slightly back as the bar passes your face, then bringing your head back underneath once the bar clears it. Finish with your arms extended without aggressively locking out your elbows. Lower the bar slowly to your upper chest and maintain a tight torso throughout the entire movement. Avoid leaning backward or using your legs to drive the weight, because that shifts tension away from the shoulders. Control every rep and prioritize a stable, repeatable range of motion. Weight guide. Beginners should start around 45 to 65 pounds, intermediates around 75 to 115 pounds, and advanced lifters around 120, 185 plus lbs, depending on experience and strict form. Variation. Try a seated barbell press for greater stability. Bonus tip. Keep your glutes and abs tight throughout the set to create a stronger pressing base. Exercise 2. Standing weighted front raise. This simple-looking movement can seriously challenge your front delts when you keep the weight under control instead of letting momentum take over. Stand tall with your feet about shoulder width apart and hold a single weight plate with both hands in front of your thighs. Keep your arms extended but slightly soft at the elbows, brace your core, and keep your chest lifted. From this stable position, raise the plate straight in front of your body until it reaches about shoulder height. Pause briefly at the top and focus on keeping the tension in your shoulders rather than shrugging toward your ears. Slowly lower the plate back toward your thighs and resist the weight all the way down. Avoid swinging your torso, leaning backward, or lifting the plate higher than necessary. The goal is controlled tension through the entire range, not simply moving the heaviest plate possible. Once your pressing strength is established, this exercise helps you sharpen shoulder control and finish your front delt work with precision. Weight guide. Beginners should start around 10 to 25 pounds, intermediates around 25 to 45 pounds, and advanced lifters around 45, 70 plus lbs with strict form. Variation. Use a single arm plate raise for a unilateral challenge. Bonus tip. Keep the plate moving smoothly and stop around shoulder height to maintain constant delt tension. Exercise 3. Standing barbell upright row. Now that your front delts are warmed up, this movement shifts the focus toward building thicker, more developed shoulders and upper traps. Stand tall with your feet about shoulder width apart and hold the barbell in front of your thighs with a grip that feels natural and comfortable for your wrists and shoulders. Keep your chest up, core braced, and elbows relaxed at the starting position. Pull the bar upward by driving your elbows out and slightly upward, keeping the bar close to your body throughout the movement. Raise it only as high as you can comfortably control without forcing your shoulders into an awkward position. Pause briefly near the top, then lower the bar slowly until your arms are fully extended again. Avoid jerking the weight, excessively shrugging, or using your legs to generate momentum. A controlled tempo keeps the movement focused and allows you to find the strongest range for your individual shoulder structure. Weight guide. Beginners should start around 30 to 50 pounds, intermediates around 50 to 80 pounds, and advanced lifters around 80, 120 plus lbs with controlled form. Variation. Try a wider grip to change the shoulder and upper trap emphasis. Bonus tip. Let your elbows lead every rep instead of thinking about pulling the bar with your hands. Exercise 4. Dumbbell or plate bent over face pull. This movement brings the rear delts and upper back into the conversation, helping build the balanced shoulder development that pressing and front raises alone cannot provide. Set your feet about shoulder width apart and hinge forward at the hips until your torso is close to parallel with the floor. You can perform this exercise by holding a small plate in each hand or using dumbbells with a pronated grip, meaning your palms face toward the floor. Let your arms hang naturally beneath your shoulders, then pull both weights upward and outward toward the sides of your face. Drive the movement with your elbows while keeping your upper arms controlled and your shoulders away from your ears. At the top, squeeze your rear delts and upper back for a brief moment before slowly lowering the weights. Keep your spine neutral and avoid turning the movement into a row by pulling the elbows too far behind your body. Use a weight that allows clean, deliberate reps from the first repetition to the last. Weight guide. Beginners should use 5 to 10 pounds per hand, intermediates 10 to 20 pounds per hand, and advanced lifters 20, 30 plus lbs per hand with strict control. Variation. Alternate between plates and dumbbells to find your strongest setup. Bonus tip. Think about spreading the weights apart as you pull to keep the rear delts working. Exercise 5. Standing cable front raise. This variation keeps the front delts under consistent cable tension, making every inch of the movement count. Set a low pulley at the bottom of the cable machine and stand facing away from it, positioning yourself so the cable can travel between your legs. Reach down and grab the attachment. Then bring the handle forward between your legs into the starting position. You can use a rope or a straight bar, depending on which grip feels more comfortable and natural for your wrists. Stand tall with your feet stable, chest up, and core braced. From there, raise the attachment forward in a smooth arc until your hands reach approximately shoulder height. Keep your elbows slightly soft and avoid leaning backward as the resistance increases. Pause briefly at the top, then lower the attachment slowly until your shoulders are fully stretched again. Keep the cable moving smoothly rather than allowing it to pull your arms backward between repetitions. Weight guide. Beginners should start around 10 to 20 pounds, intermediates around 20 to 35 pounds, and advanced lifters around 35, 50 plus lbs with strict control. Variation. Use the rope for a more natural wrist position. Bonus tip. Keep your torso completely still and let your shoulders do all the work. Exercise 6. Seated lever military press. After several standing movements, this press gives you a chance to remove unnecessary body movement and put your attention completely on producing strong, controlled shoulder contractions. Set the machine seat so the handles begin around upper chest or shoulder level when you are seated. You can perform this exercise sitting completely upright, or use a slight incline if that position feels more natural for your shoulders. Plant both feet firmly on the floor, keep your back supported against the pad, and brace your core before pressing. Grip the handles firmly and press upward in a smooth, controlled motion without aggressively locking out your elbows at the top. As you press, keep your wrists stacked and avoid allowing your elbows to flare excessively. Once your arms reach a strong overhead position, pause briefly and actively control the handles back down. The lowering phase is just as important as the press because it keeps the shoulders loaded and prevents the machine from controlling the movement for you. Avoid bouncing out of the bottom or using your torso to generate momentum. Choose a seat angle and range of motion that allow you to train hard without forcing uncomfortable shoulder positions. This controlled setup makes the exercise an excellent transition into heavier, more focused pressing work. Weight guide. Beginners should start around 40 to 70 pounds, intermediates around 70 to 120 pounds, and advanced lifters around 120, 200 plus lbs, depending on the machine's resistance and strict form. Variation. Use a slight incline for a different pressing angle. Bonus tip. Drive your elbows upward while keeping your shoulders down and controlled throughout every rep. Exercise 7. Kneeling landmine squeeze press. This movement changes the angle completely, combining a powerful pressing motion with constant inward tension to challenge your shoulders and upper chest from a unique position. Set the barbell securely into a landmine attachment and kneel on the floor facing the bar. Hold the free end of the bar with both hands, keeping your palms around the sleeve or handle and pressing your hands firmly together. Start with the bar close to your upper chest. Maintain a tall kneeling posture and brace your abs and glutes to keep your hips stacked underneath your torso. From this position, press the bar forward and slightly upward while continuing to squeeze your hands together throughout the entire rep. Think about pushing the bar away while maintaining that inward pressure between your hands. At the top, fully extend your arms without losing control, then slowly bring the bar back toward your chest. Avoid leaning backward, opening your elbows too wide, or allowing the bar to drop quickly on the way down. Your lower body should remain quiet while your upper body performs the work. The kneeling position also exposes weak core control, so stay tight from the knees through the shoulders. Use a smooth tempo and focus on maintaining tension rather than chasing maximum weight. This makes the exercise an excellent late workout movement when you want quality contractions without relying on momentum. Weight guide. Beginners should start around 20 to 35 pounds on the bar, intermediates around 35 to 60 pounds, and advanced lifters around 60, 90 plus lbs, depending on the landmine setup and plate loading. Variation. Perform it from a half-kneeling stance for an added stability challenge. Bonus tip. Keep your hands actively squeezing together from the first inch of the press until the final lockout. Exercise 8. Standing barbell shrugs. Finish the workout by targeting the upper traps with a simple but powerful movement where control and range of motion matter far more than chasing an impressive number on the bar. Stand tall with your feet about shoulder width apart and hold the barbell securely in front of your thighs. You can use either an overhand grip or an underhand grip, depending on which feels more comfortable and stable for you. Both can be effective when performed with proper control. Keep your arms relaxed, chest lifted, core braced, and spine in a neutral position. From there, elevate your shoulders straight upward toward your ears while keeping your elbows mostly fixed. At the top, hold the contraction briefly and focus on squeezing your traps rather than simply moving the bar. Slowly lower your shoulders back down and allow the traps to reach a controlled stretch before beginning the next repetition. Avoid rolling your shoulders in circles, bouncing the weight, or using excessive body movement to force heavier reps. The strongest shrug is usually the one you can control from the bottom stretch to the top contraction. Keep your head neutral and avoid pushing your neck forward during the set. As the final exercise, focus on clean repetitions and finish every rep with purpose rather than rushing through fatigue. Weight guide. Beginners should start around 65 to 95 pounds, intermediates around 95 to 165 pounds, and advanced lifters around 165, 275 plus lbs with strict control. Variation. Alternate between overhand and underhand grips to find your strongest position. Bonus tip. Think about driving your shoulders straight up, not rolling them backward, to keep the movement clean and effective.